Hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having an awesome day, and today's video is on the new Urban Decay Naked Ultraviolet eyeshadow palette. Look how pretty. It's so pretty. So today, this is a palette I was super intrigued by and we're going to test out. So we're going to do 3 looks with this palette. It did not go how I expected. My first look, I complained a lot. This is definitely different than I expected. However, today we're going to test out 3 looks of this palette, give you some swatches, tell you what I think. And this palette retails for $49. I will leave it on Ulta's website linked down below for you if you guys want to buy it. And yeah, let's dive into some swatches. I don't need a super long intro. Let's dive into some swatches on this purpley themed eyeshadow palette. Alright guys, so this is the swatches of the palette itself. Everything looks pretty normal. This is really crooked because this arm is covered in tattoos, so that's why I'm left-handed, can't do this arm. This is on the swatches. But this is the palette. This shade right here just looks like some glitter, doesn't really have any base pigment to it. And then we have our purple ends, which these get kind of deeper, and our neutral side. So these are the swatches of the palette, and let's move on to the first look. Okay, so I just primed my eyelid with something really light, and let's get started with the first look because I feel like we're gonna do like a light purple look, a kind of neutral look with half the palette's neutral, and then like a darker purple look. So let's start off with the lighter purple look. This is the palette on the inside, unused, and let's start out with this little dense packing brush. This is a Buff and Blend E39 brush. It has like a dot of density to it from Sigma. I'm gonna start off. Let's do Ooh, this looks like a cool shade. Ooh, okay. Sorry, I had to swatch this Lucid shade. We're gonna start off with Optimize right here, which is like a pale lavender, and I'm going to pack this all over my crease. So this is our lavender over the crease, and it looks very nice so far. It's not like the most bright lavender I've ever seen in the world, but it definitely sticks down. You can definitely tell it's there. So what I want to do now is I want to see, I have to feel these because this whole purple side looks like a lot of shimmers. So Cyberpunk and then Euphoric, they're both shimmers. And then so is Purple Dust, which are these 3 shades. So it feels like, and Warning right next to it is also a shimmer. So this is our only matte, is this lavender that is purple for the Ultraviolet palette. Which is weird, but these look really pretty, so I don't know what we're gonna do now. So because the lavender is the only purple matte in here, out of all these purples, this is the only matte. That's a little odd. But I'm going to take the Optimized Lavender shade again, mix it in with Cyberpunk, which is this one, just a little bit. See if we can maybe get this, because it felt like less metallic than the rest of the shimmers. See if we can just add up to this crease at all. It's probably not going to pick up at all on the brush, is it? No, not really. All right. Is Digital this brown one shimmer? It looks like matte. I can't tell. It's hard to tell. This is not going well. This is not going well at all. Okay, determined the brown's a shimmer as well, but I'm going to take that brown, even if it is a shimmer, and I'm going to try to add to our crease because it's just very lavender right now, and I want to add, ooh, and that's weird. Something to the outer crease at least. Never mind, I didn't want to do that. I just don't understand why, like, all these are shimmer, you know? I still like the color scheme. So I'm just going to use this Hacked shade. This one right here, which is not that dark, but it is a matte. And I'm going to add this to our crease because this just got like a jumbled mess. And I'm going to try to save this look. Oh, a matte. Oh, I love how a matte performs. This Hacked shade is nice. It's kind of saving this look for me right now. I'm gonna take a little bit of this matte Trippin', tap off the excess, and like blend under my brow bone and try to fix this a little bit. I apologize. Okay, not every look can be great, right? Apparently. So hopefully the other two looks turn out better than this. Because I don't know what I'm doing with this. I just expected at least another one of these darker ones to be matte. But they're not. I do like the hacked shade, that was nice. And the optimized was also nice. But I just need more mattes in this palette, honestly. And people are going to say, you could reach into another palette. But when this palette is like $50, I should just be able to use one at a time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this Lucid shade, which is this shade right here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take Euphoric, which is this bluey purpley shimmer, and I'm going to apply it to the lid. And I'm kind of copping out on this look a little bit, but I promise I'll do better in the other ones. I have to. Because this is my first one, I'm not going to refilm it, because it is my first impressions of the palette with the first look. If the other ones turn out trash, well, if it's due to human error, I will redo it. But if it's due to the palette, I will keep it in. Next, because I already don't know what's going on, I'm going to take a little bit of Lucid on my finger, which is like that icy, like greeny kind of shade, and I'm going to tap it in the middle a little bit. I'll probably do like a straight up halo eye for my last look. I just wanted to tap a little bit of this in the center. For the lower lash line, I'm just going to take the purple pastel lavender shade called Optimized. Another example of why I would love another darker purple matte in here is because this lavender is just hard to tap over like my foundation and stuff, because it's not really going to stick as much as it would like on the regular lid. But the look overall, like the eyeshadow, looks fine. I'm just going to pop on some mascara lashes finish on my face, and we'll be right back and show you the finished look. I know, it could have been better, but I tried. Alright guys, so this is the finished look for look number 1. I must say, I know I was really complaining the entire time I was doing this first look, and it didn't go how I wanted it to, but the finished look actually turned out very nice. I think it looks really cute. I like it a lot, but I do wish there was more mattes. So, you know, I'm going to stop saying that now. But this is the first look, and it definitely could be worse. This is really pretty, really wearable. So no complaints about how it turned out in the end. Alright, so for look number 2, we're going to do something really easy, something really subtle. So we're going to use the neutrally parts of this palette, because there's a good portion of this palette that is neutrals. And I'm going to use like just some standard brushes and make a really diffused, pretty look. So what I want to start off with is Trippin', which is this light matte shade right here. And I'm going to buff this under our brow bone. It's a little powdery in the pan, but nothing I'm not used to. I'm just going to set under our brow bone area because it's already primed. That went on really smoothly and really easily. Okay, so the next shade I'm going to dip into is Mind Slip, which is like this kind of orangey cream color. And I'm just going to buff this over our crease. Didn't really pick up too well in the brush, so I'm going back in a second time. So this is the second shade over our crease. I think it looks really nice. I don't know if you can tell with all the bright lights, but it's just kind of a slightly orangey tone. I do think it could be a little more bold. I did dip in here twice on both sides. Like the first time I told you it wasn't very impactful, so I dipped in again, and then I did 2 on the other side too. It looks nice, but it could be a little more bold, but just my personal opinion. I'm gonna now keep deepening this crease up with the shade Hacked, which is this shade right here. And you can see all of my chins in that mirror reflection. Did not like that at all, but I'm just gonna deepen up our crease with this last neutrally shade that's matte. So this is the difference after we added Hack. This is before. So you can see how darker it went, and I think it's a really beautiful color. I think this mixture looks really nice. Okay, so this looks really cute so far. I think this color is a really nice combination. This Hacked shade is absolutely lovely. Like, that's a really good color. It's like a taupe, but a little more pink to it, and I really enjoy it. Now there's 3 shimmers that are neutral shimmers that I want to use in this look. But I'm just going to use 2 because I think we're going to use this Lucid shade again, which is like this greeny, icy, really fun color for our last look, which is hopefully going to be like a really cool halo. I hope it comes out well. But for this look, we're going to do these 2 shades, which is like a peachy tone and then a pinky shimmer. So we're going to do peachy on the inner portion of the lid, and then the pinkier purpley one. It looks like a pinky with a green in it. It's kind of hard to show on camera, but we're going to use that for the outer lid. I'm going to use this little flat NARS number 7 brush and just see how it picks up on the brush. It doesn't. I mean, it's a slightly damp brush. It should stick. It's not really sticking to it. Okay, so I'm just gonna use my finger. That looks a lot better. Oh, it's very red. I thought it was gonna be like more peachy, but it has a lot of red reflex in it, which I don't mind, but it's not what I expected. It's kind of like a gold, orangey, yellow shift. And then on a different finger, we're taking VR, which would not pick up on a brush. I can tell you by feeling it just how powdery flat it is. It wouldn't pick up well with a brush, but it looks lovely on the finger. And I typically use my finger, but you should be able to use it with a brush if you want to. And this color is very underwhelming. It's a shimmer, right? It looks super like cool. It's like a purpley green shift, like I said, but when I pick it up on the finger, it swatches really flat. And then when I apply it to the lid, you don't even get any of that shift in there, if it would focus on there. Huh? See, it's just kind of blah. I think this color is more interesting. This one's just kind of not my favorite, but we're gonna make it work. I'm going back into our blending brush with no extra product. It is helping blend everything together. So this is our eye look on the top. My camera is really having a hard time focusing today. It looks fine. It's not my favorite thing in the world. My phone is so far away. I'm sorry if you can hear the noise it's making. I'm gonna take this really huge shader brush now. It's really fat. This is an E59. And I'm gonna take that Mind Slip shade mixed with Hacked. And I'm just gonna buff under lower lash line. Okay, so this is our really easy looking look for look number 2. I'm gonna finish up my face so you can see it all put together. All right, guys, this is look number 2 complete. What do we think? So overall, this is a really cute wearable look. So it looks like up close. I think it's nice. Now everything in this look worked perfectly, except I was not really enthused about how this one shade VR performed, which is like this pinky reddy color, which looks like it has like green reflex in it. It really is just kind of dull on the lid. The other shade, the peachier one, the shade Days, was really fun. It just comes up a little more red than I expected, but overall, the mattes in this look performed so nicely. Their matte neutral formula is really good, and I think buffing it under lower lash line really subtly too is nice. So overall, look number 2 I'm happy with. Hope you guys are too. And now let's move on to a way more purple look for look number 3. Alright guys, so for the last look, I already have my eyelids primed with the Kaleidos Tone Activator Eye Primer, and it's not set, so let's go ahead and get started while it's still fresh. So I'm going to take my E38 blending brush from Sigma. I'm just going to take this little brush out, and I want to do a halo eye, but I'm also a little nervous with a halo eye because it looks good on camera, but in person my dark circles are super dark, so like a lot of dark eyeshadow is going to make them look worse. But hopefully the eye look itself looks good. So let's do the lavender shade Optimized again over our crease, since it is our only purple matte. I'm just gonna tap this on before I start like blending. Since we don't have any other purple mattes, or this brown shade is still a shimmer, I'm gonna take the shade Hacked that we used before, which is kind of just a neutral. I don't know how to describe it. And I'm gonna also build that in our crease. Okay, so this is gonna be super shimmery. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take, see there's 4 shimmers right here that I could use that are purple. So we have these 4. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna take the darkest one, which is Cyberpunk right here, and I'm gonna tap that on the outer corner and very inner corner of the lid. Then we're gonna move on to the second color on the lid, which is going to be this Euphoric shade right here, which seems a little more subtle, and then that's gonna be our crease. We're gonna leave the really centerpiece blank, and we'll prime that. So on my damp brush, this is how it picked up. Let's just tippity tappy. Okay, this one does apply with the brush, but it's kind of one of those shades you gotta like kind of scratch into to get it to pick up. Okay, so I'm tapping on the Euphoric shade, which is like a more of a blue based purple. So this is the first purple dust shade by itself. Now tapping on Euphoric. It does give a little bit more blue dimension, but it's also a lot less metallic-y, a little more subtle, but it has a good hue to it. So this is our lid right now. It's very messy, but that's fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the Cut Crease Canvas by Makeup Revolution. I'm gonna do a little bit in the center. No, they're not even. No, I don't care. And I'm just gonna blend this out. Okay, so for our little cutout piece right here, I'm gonna take Warning, which is this hot pink shade. And then once that's set, I'm gonna tap on a little bit of Lucid on top of that too. So we're gonna do, we're gonna do the pinky with a little bit of this icy shade on top. Actually, I changed my mind. The Warning pinky shade doesn't really wanna pick up. That's how it's applying. So I'm just gonna go straight for that Lucid white-ish shade, which is also really subtle. I wanted something like really metallic, and it's not doing that. I'm gonna try to use my finger to get it more metallic. Okay, that helped. That certainly helped. So if we can tell that all that's brighter than what applied with the brush. Okay, so this is our lid right now. It's really weird looking. I'm gonna go back into the Cyberpunk shade that we used for the outer portion, mix a little bit of the Purple Dust, the color we haven't used yet, and I'm just gonna help blend all this together. Going back into that lavender shade, I'm gonna just blend our crease because it's looking real messy. Also, I must say, the purples are fading already. Like, they're still really pretty, but they are kind of fadey. All right, so this is our top eyeshadow. I'm a little tired of working with it, and every kind of time I try to blend anything, it all disappears, so I'm not touching it again. What I'm gonna do for the lower lash line is I'm just gonna take the optimized lavender shade and mix with the hack shade that we put in the crease when we got started. All right, so I'm gonna pop on some mascara, lashes, lipstick, finish up my face. I'll be right back and we'll show you the finished look and talk about what I think of the palette. All right guys, so this is the finished look for look number 3. What do we think? This is what it looks like up close. It's not my favorite thing in the world. I think it looks cute. Like I could definitely, I have to run some errands today, so I'm gonna go wear this out, and I think it looks cute for that. However, I do wish I could change a couple things about this palette, so let's go ahead and dive into what I think of the palette as a whole. The double-ended brush, cute. Packaging, really nice and really pretty. Like, I just love how the packaging looks. I think it's stunning. Now, the Naked Cherry, I was so excited about. Like, I bought it on launch day. I was like super stoked about because I just love mauves. And the Naked Honey, I've decided that I really want. So we'll end up buying that one too. As far as the UltraViolet though, as the next one in the series right after Honey, I do feel like the other ones had slightly better reviews. Naked Cherry, we did get a lot of the same looks with that, but they were all kind of the same tone. Naked Honey were all kind of the same tone as well, but they had like nice depth to the golds, it looks like, at least from the reviews I've seen of it. And this one I feel like has a little bit of a different split where it is more half neutral, half purple, and I understand why they did that. Now, if you know anything about eyeshadow or you have a lot of makeup, you know that purple mattes are the most difficult thing to formulate, which is why I think we only have the one purple matte in here. However, if I wish there was a dark purple matte in here just to make everything really blend together, and if they did not want to put a purple matte in this palette, but they wanted to be a purple palette, this brown shade could have been a brown matte, and I feel like that would have changed the whole dynamic of the palette. This being a shimmer, a brown shimmer doesn't really do anything for the color scheme in here. Yes, you could darken up your neutral looks, but if this was a matte, you could darken it up the neutral looks and darken up the purple looks and make them a lot more bold in your face, as it is UltraViolet. I know it is still a naked palette, and naked palettes in general are supposed to be very light and like effortless. Naked effortless, but I do think this palette is a little more difficult to work with just because there isn't a dark matte in this palette. Now the neutral side of this palette is lovely. Like, these shades are absolutely stunning. This VR shade, which is like the reddy shade that looks like there's like little green reflex in it, was very meh on the lid. It wasn't anything fantastic or stunning. I do think some of the shimmer formulas are way more impressive than the others, but they all show up decently. Some pick up way better with a finger than with a brush. However, that's just how shimmers go. I honestly like the palette. I love the neutral side of it. I really like the lavender shade. However, I do just wish there was a darker matte shade in here. If you have other palettes you want to use in conjunction with it, this is perfect for you. However, if you're someone like me who uses one palette on their eyes and that's it, it does make it a little bit more difficult to work with, but still tried and true Urban Decay quality. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. If you do appreciate all the effort and all these looks, I would definitely suggest hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a subscribe if you wouldn't mind. Giving me a subscribe sounds really weird. I don't like that I just said that, but we're just gonna keep it. So anyways, thank you guys so much. Have a great day wherever you are. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.